And I believe we are live. Hello guys in the chat. Anyone here? Also, you are able to hear me, right? I'm not too quiet. Evening, Void Watcher. Alright, I'm just gonna sit here for a few minutes just to give everyone time to file in. And similar to the last stream, I am actually currently sitting in a voice chat in the server for the YouTubers who were part of the JMA collab last year. Last time we had Dragon Sheep join in after a bit, and much later Hyperion. I don't know if we'll see them tonight. Comet Reader, aka Pyrian Nerd, expressed some interest, but he wasn't sure if he would be able to. He was actually the only one who responded this time, so we'll see if anyone shows up. If so, great. If not, whatever. So, how's everyone doing tonight? Says we got 4 people watching right now. You're good, Fossfire? Awesome. Maybe it wasn't the best idea to do this on a Tuesday night with, you know, school starting back up, and I'm sure most of my viewers are still in some level of schooling, whether it be, you know, like high school, college, perhaps middle school. Tired but good. Yeah, same kinda. Sometimes that's the best you can ask for. I just noticed I have a ping on Discord. It's from just someone in a server I'm in reacting to my advertisement post about this stream. Oh. Hi, Dolos. Hello. Wow, that guy sounds so obnoxious. Yeah. I don't know, yeah, it sounds a bit familiar, almost. I should kill him? Nah. So what's weird is that that message isn't showing up in the YouTube chat, but it is showing up in the chat on OBS. Huh, weird. You're in my computer? Ah, I see. Reasonable explanation. Yeah, Void, that is weird. Might be part of YouTube's new, like, censorship thing. Or maybe this was always part of YouTube's censorship thing. Probably like, oh, it's like, oh, you're saying you should kill someone. We can't show that. But for some reason, OBS still picks it up. Yeah. Really not a fan of YouTube putting additional censorship measures in place. Because, like, I get there's that whole thing of, like, oh, you want to, like, protect minors from harmful content they might see. But, like, there's only so much you can do as a company for that. I was like, requiring, like, ID verification if it flags you for being underage, that is just ridiculous. Like, that is a breach of privacy. Like, it really needs to, like, fall on the parents who allow their kids to watch this stuff. Anyway, we were up to 8 people for a second, now we're back down to 6. Probably gonna just wait a few more minutes, see what, who else files in. Hey, Melody. Welcome in. You let your homunculi out for a second. Wait, you mean homunculi plural? No, what have you done? Well, we can only assume. We can only not assume. Man, I cannot talk today. We can only hope that they do not end my stream preemptively. You did what you had to do. You know what? I can respect it. Do what you gotta do, I can respect the grind. How do I put music on my live stream? So what I did was I basically picked out the songs I wanted, downloaded them off of YouTube, and I used Audition to string them together into one huge, nearly an hour-long audio file that I then loaded into OBS that will now play automatically whenever my stream starts. Kind of fitting that my playlist includes a lot of Pokemon music because we are doing something Pokemon related today in Minecraft. Currently trying to finish base fill. Nice. Can't wait to watch the building of the worst region in real time. You get rid of that /J. I know you mean every word of that. I know you too well, Melody. Alright, you know what? It's 7:10. Should probably get this show on the road. So just gonna hope that Minecraft will work. Because lately, Minecraft has been having a bit of a crashing issue for me, but I think the game just struggles to get started, but once it's open for a bit, it's pretty stable. Hello, Hawkins Gate Hunters. It's going pretty good. Pokemon is a baby game for babies. I mean, in terms of who, you know, marketing, I can't really, I can't say no. Like, obviously Pokemon is marketed towards children, but I argue there is definitely stuff in it for all ages to enjoy. And we're here in Minecraft. Baseville wasn't started several months ago. Yes, I believe you. So anyway, so as the title of the stream suggests, today we are building the entirety of the Johto region from Pokemon HeartGold and SoulSilver in Minecraft, and I actually already have a very sizable portion of it built. So here's New Barktown. Obviously started in the player's house. We got the section leading to Kanto blocked off for now, and going to finish the rest of Johto and then move that way. We got the professor's lab here. Unfortunately, since I am building on a scale of like 1-to-1, like one game tile is one block in Minecraft, there's only so much I can do. Like, most of these buildings do not have interiors. Yeah, like up here, it's just empty. I probably could find ways to put interiors in here at some point, but it's going to be pretty difficult because, like, in here, like, this is only a 2x2. Because, like, the advantage of interiors being their own load zones is that you can make them as big as you want them, but yeah. Like, when I have to build to scale from the outside, it leaves me pretty limited for what I can put inside. But anyway, you can kind of see Bell Tower over there in the distance. So let's continue on here through Route 29. For the ledges, I used the just granite slabs, and also let me just be the first to say I love these new like pink petal and wildflower tile blocks, because like these are perfect for putting down like flower tiles from the game that are coincidentally also pink and white. So makes it extremely convenient. And the leaf litter blocks. Leaf litter will come in very handy, or it has come in very handy when I was building Ecruteak City, the path leading up to Bell Tower. Right, that's what it was called. Yeah, and for apricorn trees, So just to say, I use azalea leaves as like the main leaves for the whole region, and for apricorn trees I use jungle leaves because they've got these like little like berries on them that basically just, I think, makes them the best candidate for an apricorn tree. And for the stems, I was originally using like oak fences until it came to a point where I had to actually put these next to a fence area and they were connecting to each other. And then I remembered bamboo exists, so I started using that instead, and I think it looks really cool. I've been trying to use granite and birch in my builds, more underrated colors. Yeah, they really are. Before we go on to Cherry Grove City, I'm going to come up here and head north through the gates into Route 46. And thankfully, in Minecraft, the ledges aren't in one way. So, yeah. Oh, also, the trees, knowing that okay, because the thing is, when a tile is like pretty uniform and doesn't really have anything to define its border, it gets extremely difficult to count like how many tiles are in an area. So having trees be 2x2 and very easy to count, this has saved me a lot of time, like figuring out how far away stuff is. Up here we have this entrance to Dark Cave, It is pretty dark in there. Pretty dang dark. I gotcha. That's black concrete. I haven't built the inside of the cave yet. This is what it looks like. It's completely hollow. I will build it eventually, but I just haven't gotten there yet. And then we move on to Route 45 with the river running right down the middle. Now this nice little pond here. Lots of bridges. This was a fun one to do. But I will say it was a lot because this route is huge. But it was really fun to like figure out like how tall the this mountainous area was going to be. Because I think we're now like 5 blocks above ground level. And then here's this route's entrance to Dark Cave. Pretty dang dark in there. And here we see Blackthorn City. We got the Move Tutor's house. Again, very little interior. Also, let me just say, the design on the warped door isn't very, it doesn't really work in this context, but the color is so close to what's actually here in the game that I just had to use it. Oh yeah, and here we have our first Pokemart and Pokemon Center. Iron doors. And we got a desk in here with a counter. Once they add shelves to the game, I will probably put some there. But that's going to be a lot of Pokemon Centers I have to go through because I've got quite a few towns built already. And of course we got the Pokemon Center, similar case, mostly empty inside except for this back counter. And I know that the Pokemon Centers in HeartGold, SoulSilver are 2 stories, 3 if you count the basement for the Wi-Fi connectivity. But yeah, and we got another house back here. Over here is the entrance to the ice path. Again, not built yet. There is nothing behind there right now. I will get to it when I eventually get to the route that actually leads to the other end of the ice path from Mahogany Town. Another house up here. This neat little rock formation. And then we have the Blackthorn Gym, which I just, again, no interior, just kind of decorated the floor with, what is this, cobbled deep slate? Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah. And ended up using copper trapdoors for like the metallic accents that go around the building. I think it turned out pretty well. And then back here we have the Dragon's Den, another cave that I haven't built yet. I haven't actually built any caves yet, come to think of it. Like, if there's a cave on the map right now, it does not have an interior. But we're just going to fly back down to Route 29. And something to note is that there was a particular day where I just had nothing to do. Like, I was extremely bored. So I just kind of blacked out and built this whole section from that gate up to Blackthorn City. Like, all of this was one day. I can't say I'm proud of doing that, but I do like how it looks. Anyway, continuing onward to Cherry Grove City. Here we have the Pokemon Center and Pokemart here. Some houses. This one in the middle was slightly different, so I had to build it to reflect that. And then the shoreline. This is rather unfortunate. I am planning to connect this to other bodies of water once those bodies of water are built. You can see there's one across the way. We'll get to that in a second. And then heading north on Route 30. We got this guy who I'm pretty sure this is the person that gives you the box to store apricorns, I think. And then we got the route up here where this region's youngster Joey lives. And then Mr. Pokemon's house where you get the Togepi egg. Then come north up here and we have the third entrance to Dark Cave. Again, nothing there yet. Will be eventually. And then we head this way onto Route 31. Some patches of grass here by that little pond. And then we come in here into Violet City. Now, this is one of the towns on the map where the Pokemon Center and Pokemart are actually way darker than they are elsewhere. Like, here we see I used purple terracotta instead of orange concrete. And the Crimson Wood from the Nether, that came in very handy here. Like, I love it as the roof color for Violet City. And here we have our good old flying type gym. Not much in here. And then the stuff on the side of the road. So in the game, this is just dirt. But I didn't really think coarse dirt looked very good. So what I ended up using instead was brown mushroom blocks. Like, this is the stuff that you find on the giant mushrooms on the Mushroom Island. So it was pretty fun to use that. I think the color matches what's in the game a lot better, and it still kind of looks like dirt when you can't see the inside of the mushroom. I love the very distant bell tower. Yeah, I mean, tallest tower in Johto, so makes sense that you'd be able to see it from most places. And over these couple bridges, over this little pond, and we reach Sprout Tower. And yeah, nothing in here, no real room for anything, so it's just kind of empty with a ladder going straight up. And over here we got another house and the gate that goes on to Route 36. We will go back there in a minute. For now, we're going to go south on Route 33. Or, yeah, no, this is 32. Okay. In there is where the ruins of Alph are going to be, and we're going to get to that today, once the tour is done. But yeah, coming south from... Can you eat the mushroom floor? No. I'm sorry. Violet City is not edible. But yeah, this is Route 32. And this is another area where we had like a pretty significant shoreline. And this spot right here, where there's like a patch between the grass and the flowers, coming across here is where the magnet train bridge is in HeartGold SoulSilver. But oddly enough, none of the other routes that it would have passed over have that bridge in the final game. Like, and also, obviously, I'm not going to build the bridge here until I get a feel of where it's actually going to be when I get around to building Goldenrod City. Hello, Starseeker. Do I know Epic the Musical? I've heard of it. Haven't seen it. I'll be honest, not a huge musical fan here. And then, of course, we have a Pokemon Center right here before the start of Union Cave. And like I said, nothing in here yet. Although, I do have the interior mostly built because it's not a big cave. At least not the top level that you actually... The required section is not very big. But if we pretend to go through the cave, we'll pop out here on Route 33. And this is where I want to mention something. Because, like, the ledges here are only 2 blocks tall. Which is fine for, like, the player character in the game. Because well, I mean, the character is basically a cube. Like, the player is only 1 block tall. So, we'll be able to get through here just fine. But for a Minecraft character to get through, I had to take certain sections and basically make them 1 slab higher just to be able to fit my head under there without having to crouch the whole time. Is Gen 2 the Elite 4 Indigo Plateau? Yes, it is. Yeah. Like, over there from New Barktown, I will eventually get to the path that leads to the Indigo Plateau, like Victory Road, all that stuff, and then after that, Kanto. But again, that is a big eventually. I am the shortest person ever. I am 6'1", I'll have you know. And then here we have the Slowpoke Well as we come into Azalea Town. Again, no interior yet. There will be. And we come into Azalea Town itself, where Pokemon Center, Pokemart, same song and dance you've seen in all the other towns. For the little bundles of firewood that are around the town here, I ended up using campfires and putting them out with water potions. And here's the bug-type gym, arguably the most interesting interior of the bunch because I actually had to build blocks underneath these leaves and added webs here. Yeah, Dolos, I knew you meant the player. You come to think that every human in that game is 1 block tall. And then this is where Kurt's house is. And if you've seen the anime, you know and probably despise Kurt. He holds the GS ball forever. We will never see that ball again. Although, if Pokemon Horizons ever does anything with the GS ball, my life would belong to the showrunners. Like, I would be so happy if they actually brought back the GS ball plot. Like, after well over 20 years. Because it was literally, like, Ash was supposed to deliver the GS ball to Kurt, and then that would have led into a story arc revolving around Celebi, who was going to be in the ball. But then when they made Celebi the star of the 4th movie, they just decided to scrap the GS ball arc, and literally, they said they had hoped people would just forget about it. And evidently, people did not forget about it. Oh, you always assumed the yellow TM balls were the same as the GS ball. Honestly, yeah. Wait, wasn't your first game X and Y? Because that was the first game where they did that. Having the TM Pokeballs on the ground be yellow instead of red. Alright, and then if we come back through Violet City, through this gate, we have reached Route 36. And of course, here is the other entrance to the ruins of Alph. And if we go through these trees, this is where you encounter Sudowoodo coming from Ecruteak. Or not coming from Ecruteak, coming from National Park to reach Ecruteak. Got a grass patch here. This is where a shortcut to Route 35 exists, the one just north of Goldenrod City, because they share a load zone. But I'm not sure if I'm going to include that shortcut yet, because of what should be through here, which is National Park. National Park is its own separate load zone, which means it is way bigger than it would ever be able to be on the actual map. So I'm waiting to build National Park and extend south to Goldenrod from there until after I build these routes leading to Olivine City to see how much room I actually have to work with here. Because I don't have to just fit National Park. This is HeartGold SoulSilver. I have to fit the Pokeathlon Dome in there as well, which is gonna be a bit of a puzzle. Yeah. Sorry, just gonna pause for a minute, take a sip of water. Yeah, after quite a few streams, I've learned to keep some water handy. And then if we come north through here, through this little mini maze of trees, we get to Route 37, which I think this is where you find Growlithe and Vulpix over here. There's a few apricorn trees. And then that one pair of trainers with a Jigglypuff and a Clefable, not a Jigglypuff, a Wigglytuff and Clefable that were annoyingly hard to beat. Jasmine Woods, hello! And then, of course, coming through here, we reach Ecruteak City. And, yeah, don't worry, we'll get there. We'll get there in a second. So, another town where the Pokemon Center and Pokemart are darker colors. And not even, like, all of the buildings have doors. Like, some of them, like that, don't have them. And then others, like this, do. Not that they have anything interesting in them, but yeah. And then the Ecruteak Gym here, since it's just like walking on a platform over a dark void, I just made the floor black concrete. Just got a few more houses here. And let's check out the Burn Tower real quick. So this is another spot where I basically had to use coarse dirt. I probably could have used mushroom blocks again here, but I don't know. I think that the darker color of the coarse dirt kind of reflects how this is, you know, the Burn Tower. Like, this was destroyed in a fire. So if we come in here, I did manage to include a small basement area where in the games, this is where you meet the legendary beasts, Raikou, Entei, and Suicune for the first time. And that's enough of that. Over here, some more lanterns. Got a neat little fountain in the pond here. And if we come over here, this is where we would come out to Route 42, which leads to Mahogany Town, but haven't built that yet, so it's taped off. We'll, I don't know when I'm gonna get to this. I think I'm probably gonna go do Olivine first, but honestly, part of me does kind of want to just fill in this last gap from Ecruteak to Blackthorn, because I have Blackthorn already built over there. But I would, once I reach Mahogany Town, I would also have to turn north to the Lake of Rage, and that thing is gonna be a doozy. That place is huge. Should have put 3 colored blocks for the Beast Trio at the bottom of the tower. You know what? Yeah, I should. I might. You know what? We're gonna do that. Raikou, Entei, Suicune. There. And now that lives there forever. And then we get here to the barrier station for Bell Tower. This house doesn't have a door, so can't get in. But this, I was able to make a sort of scaled down version of the underground tunnel that leads to the other barrier station, which comes out here. And so, as you know, like, in the games, these trees are, like, bright orange. Like, they're practically on fire. Reflective of, you know, first off, you come here in HeartGold, and also it, you know, is just reflective Ho-Oh being a fire and flying type. And this is where leaf litter blocks also came in handy, because, you know, there's a lot of leaf litter everywhere in here. So these these came in very handy when decorating the floors. But anyway, so in terms of leaves in Minecraft, you don't get very many color options. If you want something other than just plain green, your options are cherry leaves, pale oak, or maybe flowering azalea leaves. And, like, obviously I was going to go for the cherry ones. They're the most colorful. But I was able to use flowering azalea leaves as like a buffer between the cherry trees and the regular trees, because I use azalea leaves for the regular ones. So the flowering azaleas actually came in pretty handy there. And now we get to Bell Tower, and friendly reminder, this thing is canonically 10 stories tall. So I had to build it like that. And if we come in here, again, none of the floors actually have interiors, so... But you are still able to climb all the way up onto the roof. Where we get the giant golden pillar that's up here. That's some, there are some statues of Ho-Oh up here in the game, which, if anything, I guess that's what these represent, but... Yeah, at the scale I'm building, I can't really build a good-looking Ho-Oh statue. But yeah, no, this is pretty cool, because you can see the whole region from here. And like, once I get done with this, and eventually Kanto, if I'm feeling especially insane, like I've completely gone off the deep end, I might go north from here and build Sinnoh. Might. I don't know if that'll ever happen. I don't know when any of this will be done. But yeah, you can see basically what I've got so far. And that brings me to what we're doing today. We are going to build the ruins of Alph. Or more specifically, I'm going to build the ruins of Alph, and you're going to watch because I'm on a single-player world. I'm sorry. Thankfully, even though the ruins of Alph is a separate save zone, these gates, they're actually still in the correct places on the ruins of Alph map, so it is very easy to get the scale of everything correct in here. So, step 1, outline with trees. So that comes 2 trees out from the edge. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Okay. It is. I think it's very fitting with how much HeartGold SoulSilver music I put in my playlist. So we're just gonna fill this in. We'll get to the interesting stuff soon, I promise. You forgot the Sinjo Ruins canonizes it? Yeah, sorta. I was talking to a friend about this, and he said that apparently in the manga, like, the Sinjo Ruins making Johto and Sinnoh close together doesn't really mean anything. Because, like, because Johto is based on a region in the far south of Japan, and Sinnoh is based on Hokkaido, which is, you know, in the far north of Japan. So realistically, on a real-world map, they would not be anywhere near each other. But you know what? I don't care. For all I care, Sinnoh and Johto are close together. So 1 block, and then got more trees there. And then more of this Also, the Minecraft noises aren't overpowering my voice, are they? Because I'm pretty sure I have Minecraft turned down a good bit in OBS. Alright, and then... Oh boy, okay, Alright, just gotta figure stuff out here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. Like, that's where the edge is. And time to count. Oh, you just don't hear Minecraft? Okay. Honestly, I'll take that. Yeah, maybe I turned Minecraft down in OBS a little too much. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 16. Okay, so we got a length of 16 trees going past here, so I need 32 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2. God, I hate these tall grass. They always get in the way. Let's try going from this end. Yeah, so... So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if I did the math correctly, and if I go back this way, it should just meet up exactly with the other stretch that I just built. And it does. Perfect. This is the really tedious part, having to place entire planes of blocks. Really hoping one of the other YouTubers comes in soon so I have someone else to talk to. Oh shoot, I completely forgot to ping the Discord server that I was live. Hold on. Totally did not forget to notify. We are live. And there we go. Maybe that'll get some more people in the chat. Okay. Let's see. Anyone in the chat got some questions for me? God, I have 3 separate devices right now. I have my phone, which I'm using to look at my stream chat, my laptop that I'm actually playing on, and then I have the picture of the ruins of Alph pulled up on Bulbapedia on my iPad. If there were 2 astronauts on the moon and one killed the other with a rock, would that suck or what? Yeah. Yeah, it would. Ah, Vivi Meyer. What's my favorite unknown? I'm gonna say the question mark. I like the punctuation unknowns. I forget what the what this music track playing right now is, because I know it's from HeartGold SoulSilver. I want to say the Battle Arcade. At least I'm pretty sure. It's either the Battle Arcade or maybe the Battle Hall, the one led by Argenta. I'm pretty sure it's the arcade. It sounds Game Corner? No, it's not the Game Corner. I know it's somewhere in the Battle Frontier. In the Gen 4 version of the Battle Frontier specifically, because this is from HeartGold. This beats the tactical thermite hot dog. What? I'm sorry, I did not understand what you just said. Alright, now, because I think being ruins, most of this is going to be covered in sand. So, since we can't have gravity blocks falling down, I gotta put a layer of grass in here. Because I was also thinking of like having the whole place be path blocks, but like, and having like the path through the center be sand. But I think it would be way easier to just have the whole thing be sand and just make the center path blocks like everywhere else.
Yo. Hello?
Oh, hey, Comment Reader. Welcome.
Hey, hold on 1 second. I can't hear. That's weird, I can barely hear.
Hear what?
Alright. I think it should be all good. I wasn't able to hear, but I think it's fine now.
Okay, perfect. But yeah, for the Wings of Fire fans in the chat, hi, here's Pyrian Nerd.
Hey. So what is this you're working on? Something Pokemon related in Minecraft?
Yes, I'm building the map of Pokemon HeartGold and SoulSilver. Right now I'm working on the ruins of Alph.
I've never really known much about Pokemon, but so I don't know what much of that is. But cool. I've played part of Pokemon Shield like once. It was kind of fun.
Yeah, I mean, Sword and Shield are definitely very flawed. I did have fun playing through them, but yeah, like if you decide to just never pick up those games again, you're not missing much.
Really, I mean, I guess I didn't really have much to compare it against because I hadn't really played any Pokemon games throughout my life.
Ah.
But I guess I know what the general gist of Pokemon is. Of course.
Well, yeah. Like I feel like it is. Pokemon is fairly ubiquitous. Like any outsider would know the like what it's about.
Yeah, except for like the random 90-year-old, like, who is Pokemon? But for like 90% of people, I would say, yeah.
Yeah. Let me just look at. Alright, sorry, I'm just gonna catch up on the chat real quick. Chikorita best Pokemon. I'm sorry, Moss Sprite. No, you're objectively wrong. I am a Cyndaquil fan. Playing Y on original hardware in preparation for ZA. Nice, nice. The only game you've played is Let's Go Pikachu? Oh. Oh, I am so sorry. Let's Go Pikachu is... It's one of the only Pokemon games that I never bothered finishing because I just wasn't interested. Like, I even finished Brilliant Diamond. Like, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are terrible, but I still finished Brilliant Diamond. Generation 2 is your favorite? Yes, Tricky Talon. Well, I will say specifically the Gen 4 version of Johto is my favorite. I don't think I could play any of the Game Boy Color classic Game Boy games. Also, Tricky Talon, you're in the YouTuber server. Jump in BC. Is that Pyria Nerd? Yes. Chikorita forever. No, I'm sorry. Sorry, Vivi Meyer.
I don't know. I'm walking outside right now. The gnat clouds are starting to spawn.
The gnat clouds?
Yeah, it's that time of evening where just the random clouds of bugs start to appear.
Oh no.
Like, this happens every summer, of course, but like, so often it conveniently start to swarm around the only exit to my pool when we go swimming.
Oh no. Yeah, here in Michigan we get a lot of fish flies. Like a day after a storm, like you wake up, there will be fish flies on your garage door. They will be on your car. They will be anywhere there was a source of light. Or any sort of bright color. So for me, who has a white car, I'm not looking forward to tomorrow morning.
You get like the like those lantern flies.
Fireflies?
No, they're like an invasive species. They're like everywhere, like the spotted lantern flies. They're like all over, like I believe like the Northeast and maybe the South, and like generally just like the eastern U.S.
Well, maybe those are what I've been seeing. I don't know. I always thought they were just
They're like
fireflies.
no, they're pretty like large. They're almost like moths, but they're like red and gray, and they're an invasive species, and like
Huh.
it's to the point where like it's gotten out of control.
I think those are what I've been seeing. Then yeah.
Yeah, like last fall they were all over my college campus. It was absolute insanity.
Am I building without world edit? Yes, I am. Unfortunately. I really should try world edit once I get to the areas where I have to fill in a much larger area of land.
Yeah, it's really useful for like terraforming.
So I've heard.
At least that's what I've been able to use it for.
But also, isn't it like a mod or something? I don't
Yeah,
know. I've never used it.
It's a mod on, I believe it's like a Curse Forge, but yeah, it's a mod that basically gives you like commands. It's like, it's oddly specific. Like you have to like have like a wooden shovel in your inventory, and like a wooden axe, and like there are specific types of commands. But it's useful.
Alright, I think I'm almost done filling it in here. I feel like viewer counts, current viewer count has actually jumped a bit since you joined.
Nice.
All right.
I didn't think I could have such power.
Well, you do, evidently. So, let's see here.
Yeah, the thing, the invasive insect, the lantern flies. I don't know if those are the same ones, but
Yeah, I'm not sure. Who is a Wings of Fire character that I love but also hate? Love but also hate. I don't know. I mean, I can tell you one that I hate, Swordtail.
what?
I'm sorry. Sorry, Comet. I have to speak the truth. Swordtail sucks.
I mean, I get that he like was kind of like shoved aside from like the very beginning, but like I don't know. I don't hate him.
Okay. It's not the fact that he was shoved aside that angers me about him. It's the fact that his mere presence puts his friends in danger because of his constant stupidity.
True.
Man, I am man, the chat is grilling me right now.
Yeah, I'd imagine that's a controversial one.
Yeah.
My take is like less. Why? I feel like whenever someone asks about a character you hate, the expected answer is obviously Whirlpool, but like that's like a non-answer at this point. But I go ahead and say actually like Magnificent. I actually hate her like more than Whirlpool.
Okay, that is fair.
That is fair.
Magnificent sucks.
Yeah. And I actually go the step further, and I diss Grandor, which no one really seems to do. I don't really dislike her as a character. I just kind of dislike her, like in the way that like she kind of like gets off scot-free and doesn't get any of the blame, which she should get some of the blame.
Yeah, she should.
And then of course, but really, of course, I guess if we're doing that, I guess Jacaranda gets all the blame.
I'm just gonna put a little outline here to show there's a building here. So now, okay, I think in hindsight, I probably could have just been placing path blocks this entire time, but, you know. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, yeah. Which... Okay, let's... So, which Wings of Fire Dragon is just absolutely useless to the plot, but still somehow slightly important? I mean, you said don't say Swordtail, so there goes the obvious answer, but... I mean, I'm seeing a couple people say Glacier, which I kind of agree with. Like, in terms of her own actions, like, she was kind of useless, but... Like,
I see that. From
like,
like
she was still important, so...
I guess from like she wasn't that involved in the story, but like from like a world building perspective, Like, yeah, she's kind of important. Like, I think. So
Yeah.
I always like to, like, I always find that like when you weigh things from prioritizing like story versus like in-world kind of perspectives, you get like completely different feelings. And I always find myself tending to gravitate towards like analyzing things from an in-world historical perspective or like world building rather than solely like storytelling.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, another character who's useless but important. I say Blaze.
Blaze? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Blaze just does nothing.
And I don't know how much shit I would get for this, but I also really don't like Blaze.
Yeah, no, I'm not a big fan of her either.
Sucks. Yeah, I've had discussions. I've had discussions about this like a lot, and I'm always faced with the but she's nice though.
That doesn't mean she would be a good leader.
That's exactly what I said. I'm personally like, well, I would personally, if I had to choose, I'd say I'd be Team Burn, but regardless, I think Blaze is just the worst out of option. But
Yeah. I think I have this this path dimensioned right. Oh, Tricky Talon says, if I wasn't a Sandwing, I want Blaze to be their queen just to make the tribe less of a threat. Yeah. The other queens should have gone with Blaze for that specific reason.
alright. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I probably agree with what you were just saying too. If you're anyone else, then Blaze, because you just get to
Yeah, you can just steamroll and yeah. Like Blaze was even offering Glacier territory to help her.
Yeah, that alone is like disqualifying to me. If I were a Sandwing, nope. That's an instant nope.
Yeah.
Plus, she's just kind of dumb.
She is very dumb.
Come on. Yeah, I see her as like yeah, if Magnificent had Sunny's personality.
I hate how much I agree with that. So much sand. Alright, Vivi Meyer says, what dragon isn't all that important, but you still have a soft spot for them? That one dragon with the scavenger. Are you talking about Smolder? One of Oasis' sons? Or Sky? Oh, Tricky Talon says Mighty Claws is his answer.
Hi,
Winter?
Yeah, that's a good one.
For me, would we consider Six Claws important? I mean, he kinda is.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, yeah. I mean, if we're talking to someone who's like isn't really important at all, then that would be a tough one. But
It's like Six Claws kinda does nothing outside of his own winglet, so.
I have a confession. I actually haven't read Winglets yet.
You need to. They're so good.
But
Most of them are.
From what I've heard, it's like a collection of like world building stories about other characters and prequels and whatnot.
Yeah, pretty much.
Why can't we just get more of those? Like.
I don't know, because Tui still has to write them on top of the main series books, so.
Yeah, I feel like she should just like you got to end the main series at some point. Just make winglets, like, and expand the universe. I feel like that's what I would have done. Like, if I were in charge of the series, I probably would have ended it at Arc 2.
Honestly, yeah, I can see that.
But I guess. Yeah, Tui kind of did write herself into a corner there because she like kind of hinted at Pantala throughout Arc 2, which kind of left her no choice.
Yeah, like gotta follow up on that, and also, but also then there's the problem of like, how do you raise the stakes past Darkstalker?
Yeah, it's like
she literally had to BS Animus Magic out of the story for the other mind to have any level of threat.
It's like the Star Wars and MCU problem. You get what is basically the finale, and then you just keep going afterwards, even though there's no real need to. I would have said somehow Darkstalker returned, but that's already the plot.
Yeah. Hello, Samarific Science. Who am I talking to? This is Pyrian Nerd. Cool Splash says Arc 2 was kind of the end, but then she realized she could get more money off the series, so she wrote Darkstalker Legends and the end of it with Pantala.
Darkstalker Legends was goated.
It is. Best book in the series. This is not up for debate.
Yeah. My thoughts exactly. It's like the only book that has brought me close to tears, ever.
Honestly, yeah. We need to protect Fathom. Anxiety King.
You can't steal that title from me.
Okay. we gotta get to some buildings. Question becomes, ooh, I forgot mud bricks exist.
Oh yeah.
Can use that for the buildings here, because there are still more of these rock formations that I use granite for, and I don't want them to blend together.
I am so excited they're finally adding like green torches to the game.
Oh yeah, like
that's something that I kind of wanted.
Yeah, like this next drop is absolutely like just the copper update, but I am all here for it.
They're overcompensating for how useless copper was initially.
Yeah, it's I don't think they're going too far in the because they are absolutely. It is a step in the right direction, hands down.
Yeah. And I think I'm not really following with the snapshots, but I know like they're bringing back Copper Golem. I mean, I was an LA voter, but I guess this is hopefully a good. This is kind of hopefully a good sign for future things. They got to bring back the Isologer next. Yeah. They got to do it.
I'm pretty
Call it the Pillager though. That's the only issue.
I'm pretty sure I voted for Copper Golem in that vote, but I don't quite remember.
Actually, I don't remember if I actually did vote at all. Actually, oh no, I didn't because I didn't. I don't have Twitter, so I never voted. I voted once they added it to the but like I would have voted for LA, but then when they added the vote to like the launcher, it was during the sniffer vote.
Oh,
and I was going to vote for the oh jeez, I can't even remember what it was, the Rascal. But then I stupidly caved at the last second and voted for Sniffer, even though I really shouldn't have. And then it's completely irrelevant. And then I think I voted for Crab. I don't know how the heck Armadillo beat Crab. That was nonsense. The Crab Claw would have been so much better than dog armor that maybe worked. I don't know.
Yeah. Hold on. Did I mess something up here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I did mess up. Okay, I think I got this right now. Say, built that stretch of trees 1 block too short. 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this is right. Gonna keep the squares down before I even think about putting doors. can hear my mind making ticking over the blocks. Yeah. Just thinking out loud to, you know, give the viewers something to actually listen to. Yeah. You got one right there, and then there. I'm kind of liking the sounds that the mud bricks make.
Yeah, it's really nice how they're like making more like unique sounds for blocks in newer updates.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's see here.
All right, I'm heading in now, so I'm gonna hop off. So.
All right. Yeah, well, thanks for stopping by.
Have a good day.
You too. Oh, Tricky Talons Clay's gonna love this town. Yeah. Man, I mean, everyone in chat has just been talking about Anemone, and I've just been sitting here doing my thing. watch the viewership plummet now that Comet's gone. I don't doubt that, but at the same time, really hope not. Hey, Vsauce, Michael here. Where are your fingers? It may be possible to turn Dragon into a functional language. I mean, yeah, it could be. If TUI would ever give us the frickin' key. Because, like, she showed us, like, a version of it in, like, she showed us a thing with, Rick, I can't focus on that and this at the same time, but no, she showed us a chunk of the ranking wall with the dragon's language on it in a guide to the dragon world, and that just kind of nothing ever came of that. Like, oh yeah, Darkstalker is, you know, huge. Yeah. Darkstalker becomes an Andrew Tate streamer. No. No, we cannot let that happen. We're going to be putting a pond right here. Sup? Hello, Sophia. What if you lived in the den for about 6 years? Would you end up anything like the Dragonets of Destiny? What, I mean, if I was, like, locked in my house for 6 years straight? Because, like, the den in question for my character is just... It's just a house in the Rainforest Kingdom. Or the Nightwing Village. I mean, I certainly wouldn't like to be locked in my house for 6 years. But like I did it during COVID, I'll do it again if I have to. I mean, I think like most positions I'm really looking for my job search are remote anyway. Need me a water bucket. All right. The Nightwings and Rainwings are totally gonna prank me. Oh man. Actually, I think Dirt's gonna look better. Yeah, I think the Dirt looks better. Man, with the way I was just sitting with my legs crossed, I just uncrossed them and now I can feel the pins and needles in my feet and I really don't want to move. Let's see, so I know this one is in line with that one, so... There we go, and then... Nothing like that. I think from here we had rock, rock, rock. Actually, let's go from this back corner over here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Brick, tile, 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 blank, tile, tile. And this whole thing is a ledge. So let's see. tile, tile, blank, rock, blank, rock, tile, blank, tile, rock. Or, oh wait, no, never mind. Yeah, I think that's how it's supposed to look. Let me catch up on chat again real quick. Hey, when you're sleeping and then some dumb car has the audacity to drive right next to your window. Yeah. Yeah, on my old MSU campus, we had a guy like that. Was very tempted to go out and slash his tires. No, let's see. Okay. And this is... Welcome back, Winter. So I know there's a cave entrance right here. Let's just block that off with concrete as per usual. For now. And I think I'm gonna use some moss carpet for some of these other patches, or I could just leave leaves on the ground. The question is, what leaves? Mangrove leaves could work. Yeah. That looks overgrown enough. There is another big boulder here. Put that there. There's another rock there. Yeah. Then this stretch is another body of water. I mean, yeah, if I really wanted to, I could use the Immersive Portals mod, but I've never actually messed with that mod before, so it would be a while. I would have to take some time to get the hang of using it before I can really do anything with these. Over here, big boulder here. Yeah, there we go. And that. Doot. Yeah, and ledge here, and then leaves. More leaves here. Leaves there. Okay. I think this place is really coming together. I have the sudden urge to talk about Ghibli. JMA, this is your doing. Well, now you got me wondering if I should actually just message him right now and ask him to join. I probably shouldn't. It would be funny, though. You see, this is, like, the struggle of content creation. Like, you gotta constantly like decide between like what's the right thing to do, but it would be so funny. Okay, and I know there's a patch of grass here. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure bushes can only be placed on path block, on not path block, grass blocks. So I gotta put them here. Bush. Yeah, I am also really grateful for these bush blocks that they added, because like if I were to just use like the grass like this for the tall grass, for one thing it would be lopsided, and bushes are pretty uniform. Because you notice like the grass block is like very much off center of the block here. And also, eventually, it'll turn into the tall grass that's, you know, as tall as the player, so can't have that. But these make the perfect grass tiles for tall grass Pokemon to pop out of. Now, block this off with concrete again. And now, I think that's, I think that's the whole place pretty much outlined. There's one tile here that I missed. Yeah, I think this is looking pretty good. Welcome to the ruins of Alph. Now I just gotta actually build these buildings. So we need bricks, stairs, slabs. May as well bring the stone wall out, just in case. Hello, Charcoal. Hi, Zach. Yeah, this world that I'm playing on right now is Java. And unfortunately, Java and Bedrock are incompatible. It's a sad fact of life. Alright, let's see here. We'll start with these guys over here. Alright. Actually, I think we're gonna have this. Just need to be able to put some mossy carpet on top here. Yeah, I think this is looking pretty good. Now, this one doesn't have an entrance, just a, some inscription where the door would be. Because I can look at all the chiseled blocks, and none of them really fit here. We could do chiseled sandstone. Yeah, that looks kind of okay. Trains are objectively cool. Yes, agreed. Have I heard about the Roblox stuff? Yeah, I have. I mean, and in, like, the entire state of Louisiana suing Roblox is crazy. Actually, no, not the mosaic. The glazed terracotta blocks. No, none of them really look good. How does the brown one look? Yep, nope. Okay, well, chiseled sandstone it is, I guess. There's no entrance on that side. Alright, let's move on to these. Now, this one actually has an inside. So, we're going to keep that under wraps for now. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. Maybe that. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. Okay. I know this one, actually. W music. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, yeah, maybe that person in the chat earlier was right. Viewership did drop off a little after Comet left. But... Alright, so these are doors. That's the center of that one. Okay. There we go. I don't think we're gonna have supports there, just because there aren't any on the thing. We're just gonna have the slightly altered roof. Yeah, the chat did kind of die, didn't it? Hoping another YouTuber shows up. Tricky Talon, if you're still here in the chat, I'm just saying. You belong in the chat. Yeah, I understand very well. Just staying for the vibes. Yeah, I understand. Actually, let me see about something here. I'm pretty sure... Yeah, leaf litter can go anywhere. Like, stuff like, flowers and, like the pink petals need to go on grass blocks. Leaf litter doesn't. There we go. That's giving this some. That's giving the roof some nice texture. Hey, Orion, welcome. Do I like drawing? Yeah, I enjoy it. I did quite a few pieces for Art Fight. Haven't really drawn much since then, but I really should. I should get back into it. Now, here's another one with a different door that actually has an interior, so block that off for now. And this just gets a moss carpet roof across the whole thing. This thing kind of has some flowers on it. I wonder, is it possible to put petals on top of moss blocks? It is. Okay, screw the carpet. We're giving you a moss roof and wooden petals up here. And there we go. And we'll just make that slabs to hide the moss once I eventually get to building the interior. It's funny that you're playing Minecraft while watching Minecraft. Yeah. But that's okay. And this is another interior one. there. And then these. Okay. Okay, let's see. You're the guy from the Wings of Fire Minecraft server. I am so sorry, that doesn't really narrow it down much. There's a lot of people from the Wings of Fire Minecraft server. It's a very popular server. I think your band director has a small issue when it comes to people not playing the music correctly. Oh, does he just not react well? What is the best Kool-Aid flavor? Either, I'd say either blue or red. Yeah, I think we'll just have those there. And then for here, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, just double checking something. So this is another one with the chiseled door. Let's see. Sounds like the Super Mario 64 staff roll. No, this is actually Sky Arrow Bridge from Pokemon Black and White. What do we think? So for these ones that have the chiseled thing on here, would we also want to put them on this side? How do we think that looks? Some company thought it was genius to make AI stuffed animals. Yeah, I've seen those ads too. It's, I hate it. I hate it so freaking much. Also, I just noticed that these ones that have, okay, I'm losing track of where on the map I'm looking. Anyway, I noticed these are raised slightly in the middle, so I'm just going to give those a strip of slabs on top. This one has an exit on this side. Man, I am so glad I rediscovered mud bricks for this. Because I'll be completely honest, I completely forgot mud bricks were in the game at all. So, yeah. Man, I keep like hearing some noise of something and thinking that like someone else joined the VC, but apparently not. There's a Sinnoh map for City Skylines 2. I have to look it up. Yeah, I really gotta look that up, because like making a Pokemon map in Minecraft, like that's pretty easy, because like it's all square tiles, so it translates pretty easily into the game. But like City Skylines, building a Pokemon region in that thing, that's impressive. Like, I will fully admit I am probably not the first to undertake this project, and I definitely won't be the last. So, and I'm sure there are many other attempts out there that look much more impressive than mine, because I almost considered building at a scale of 2 to 1. Like, one game tile would be 2 Minecraft blocks. But I don't think that would have really gone well, because it would have been huge. Means I can bring a 20-lane road up Mount Coronet. Oh my god. What makes it worse is like there probably would be people who you know, like imagine if we had like a Sinnoh Legends game set in the distant future, and like they've just turned Mount Coronet into a highway. It's like, take exit 22 for Spear Pillar. Alright, so that only has those 2 entrances. It does not have one on this side. Okay. And the playlist begins anew. I really gotta update my playlist for music from Monster Hunter Wilds. Because you guys might have noticed if, like in some of my recent discussion videos, usually I play the theme of Astera from Monster Hunter World, but lately it's been the Quest Complete music from Monster Hunter Wilds instead. I mean, I don't know how many people in my audience are hardcore Monster Hunter fans and would actually notice that, but who knows? And wait, a couple of untouched areas on the map of both continents that could definitely be explored. Do you mean like Kanto, Johto, and Sinnoh? Oh yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds, the bird horse game. It does indeed have bird horse. Oh, Wings of Fire, yeah. Like, oh my god, there is so much on Pantala that they didn't touch, and I'm so upset about it. Actually, take a closer look at these tiles down here. I think these are stairs. I'm just gonna put those there. Yeah. Holy cow, this place is taking shape. Just gotta come over here and add that chiseled door. And there we go. And then there's one more thing. No, not deep stone. Dripstone. Because any door that you can actually walk into or like walk through the building has these like tiles in front of them. So I'm gonna put those there. And these are specifically on buildings that you can walk through. Okay. So, actual interior. Alright, this. Yeah. Time to decimate Sinnoh with bad urban planning. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. I will probably look that up tonight once the stream is over. All right. Okay. Alright, I think next we're going to grab some of these. Actually, just realized I gotta fix these. Yeah. So out here is Route 36. Gotta put these signs wherever they are in the game, so. Now, I can't remember what this guy is called in the game. Let's see. Outside the ruins. It's a research center. Alright, now where's that map? There it is. Let's see. Hello, Woogly Spoogly. This is your first stream? Nice, welcome. Welcome to the chaos. See, now out here, I believe, is Route 32. Yeah. Since when were there white signs? I mean, not necessarily. Do you mean like white signs in game? Because these are from Pale Oak Wood. These were added pretty recently. It's basically white wood, which personally I love. Actually, I think that's gonna be there. Yeah. We'll just put the generic Ruins of Alph sign there. The Weeping Angel mechanic? You mean like the creaking? Oh, haven't played Minecraft in like a year. Yeah, that explains it. These are a very recent addition. But it goes very nicely with the quartz. I like it. And there are so many recent Minecraft additions that are just making this so much better to build. Like the mud bricks, like the pale oak signs. Because that also... oh yeah, lanterns too. Lanterns are amazing. And then like the new wildflowers and pink petals and like the leaf litter. But like Pale Oak also lets me make white fences, finally. I've been unable to do that. Closest thing I would have had to use was birch. Oh yeah, the creaking. Yeah, only moves if you're not looking at it. And you can only kill it if you find which creaking heart it's bonded to and destroy that, which will in turn destroy the creaking. So, what am I doing now? Right, this research center house. So that is a pretty dark blue roof. I think we're... I think we're going with dark prismarine for the roof. Let's look at the doors, the door options. Man, there kinda isn't really a door that fits super well. I can try the crimson door. Definitely need glass. Probably gonna go for andesite for the walls. Or at least polished andesite. And then there's some kind of wooden frame here, so some sort of logs, so probably spruce. Okay. And then we'll keep oak for the floor. Let's get some more dark prismarine blocks here. Yeah, we'll call that good enough. Like tempting you to look at the creaking? Yeah, that would have been a really fun mechanic, but I just noticed they have another ping somewhere. Oh, there's a dog lover replying to something I said. Okay, so the other YouTubers are clearly aware of what's going on here, but they're not joining, which is a shame. Actually, this house seems kind of short. I wonder if... Like, it seems kind of short in-game, so I wonder if I use slabs instead, would it look any better? Or if I do this. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with that. So that's our research center for now. That crimson door really doesn't... it doesn't really work with the rest of that. Let's see. This is a fairly dark colored door. I don't think it would be a mangrove door. Let's see. That looks better. Still seems a little too vibrant for what's there. I haven't used a dark oak door anywhere yet, so I might try that. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. We'll go with the dark oak. Now, I think that's pretty much the whole place. Besides, of course, like, building up all the trees. Actually, are you able to place pink petals on anything? No. Just Alright, yeah, just grass and moss apparently. Just wanted to test that. Or, something else I could do for, decoration. Put, like, stone buttons on here, because, like, there's one for every variety of wood, like oak, spruce, birch, jungle, acacia, dark oak, mangrove, cherry, pale oak, bamboo, warped, and crimson. And then 2 stone variations of stone and polished black stone. So we'll just use regular stone. Just place the button in places where there's like random things laying around. There's one down here, or more like here. Yeah. There are some dead bushes around. Could do something with those. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. Because I'm going to assume you can place these on moss too. Yeah, but I don't need to put them anywhere like that. Mud doors. Yeah, I mean, wouldn't be opposed to it. Wait, yeah. Sorry, I just gotta get through placing buttons. There's one there, one here, one there, one there, one here, and one here. And up here. Alright, I think that's all the buttons. Now let's get some dead bushes in here. There's quite a few over here, so one there. Blank, blank, and blah, blah, blah. Over here, there's one here. One here. One up here. And in here. For these chiseled ones, we may as well just stick them on the other side too, just for design unity, I guess. You have a bit more of these laying about the place, spruce things up. Alright. Yeah, this is looking like some ruins. Do I know what Cookie Run Kingdom is? I've never played it, but I've heard of it. I have a extremely general idea of what it is. Like, I know it's a gacha game. Alright. I think all that's left to do is build up the trees around here, and then we can call this area done. I'm just gonna go into the VC text chat and still going. Gonna just be placing leaves and answering chat questions for a bit. If anyone wants to hop in, okay. Might be a while. We got a lot of leaves to get through. This is always the most tedious part, placing all of the leaves once I have the rest of this finished. Yeah, we'll come over here. Hello, Mayhem Squad. Welcome to the stream. And these parts of why you don't build Minecraft maps anymore. Yeah. It is extremely tedious. Like, I know World Edit exists, but I just haven't used it. I could try filling it in using commands, if I could remember the commands, because I know at least Bedrock has commands for that, so don't see why Java wouldn't. Honestly, like, even as I built the routes connecting to these ruins fairly recently, but I still skipped over it for a while, because when I got the idea to stream some of my progress here, I figured, you know what, I should probably leave the ruins of Alph for a stream, because it's one of the most visually interesting locations with more for me to actually do and talk about. I think we're just going to go ahead and fill in this gap, just because it looks weird without it. Fly backwards and hold right click while you're looking at the block and go across it to place leaves. Well, that's the thing. That's how it works on Minecraft, but not on Java. Did I say that's how it works on Minecraft? I meant that's how it works on Bedrock. It doesn't do that in Java. If it wasn't obvious already, I'm getting tired. Bedrock has rotted your brain. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's all good. I haven't played Bedrock in years. Yeah, it's been a while for me too. I think before I started this, I hadn't played Minecraft in general for a while. Like, I had kept up with it. Like, I had been watching the Minecraft lives, keeping up with what all was in the new updates, and all that stuff. I do watch a lot of the Hermitcraft SMP, if you guys know what that is. Basically just a bunch of YouTubers get together, play Minecraft, and like especially in the more recent seasons, it has really evolved into a lot of just mega builds, like just huge projects and extremely intricate like detailing and like very technical mini games that like no sane person would ever attempt in survival Minecraft, but these guys do, because it is literally their lives. They are full-time YouTubers, most of them. Don't tell you I used to watch Dream SMP. No, thankfully no. Never watched Dream. Probably never will. Thankfully, I was... I think I'm a bit older than the Dream SMP's usual audience. Especially like after all the stuff that happened with Dream, I was pretty I don't know, I was just kind of thinking like, I guess I had always assumed that like Dream's downfall would happen, and so seeing it happen was just kind of, yeah, saw this coming. I meant the steal redstone from YouTube and claim it as my own SMP. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Whenever like a Hermitcraft member like uses a redstone design from someone else, they explicitly say who designed it. Like they give credit for their work. Oh, we're back up to 12 people. Nice. I really should stream more often. Probably on weekends. Although, I think going forward, my days off from work are gonna be like Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays, possibly. So, might only be able to stream Sunday nights, and even then, there's stuff I usually like to do on Sundays, like see real people and go to a game store to play Pokemon, so... I do have somewhat of a life outside of YouTube. Okay, I know it sounds crazy, but what if you remade a Wings of Fire location? A friend and I did sort of attempt to build Wings of Fire in Minecraft at one point. This was on the console edition, and unfortunately can't really show off the world in any capacity because it was on his account, not mine, so I don't have access to it anymore. He just kind of stopped talking to me in 2018, and haven't spoken since, so not that either of us have made any attempt to reach out. But I've heard he's doing well these days. Which, good for him. Yeah. But also, if you remember from previous streams... Actually, wait. No, you wouldn't remember because you said this was your first stream, but no, there is a Minecraft server called Wings of Fire: The New World that basically did just that. Like they built Pyria and Pantala in Minecraft. What's my favorite Dungeons and Dragons class? Ooh, I think the one I've played as most is Sorcerer, and I think we can take down this yellow tape. The ruins of Alph are officially open. Yeah. Oh, this place looks really cool. I am very happy with how this turned out. Oh, you've only read Arc 1. You don't know about Pantala. Okay, no spoilers. I will not say anything. But yeah, going back to Tricky Talon's question, my favorite Dungeons & Dragons class, I find myself playing as a sorcerer most often. One of my favorite characters that I've played, his name was Zenith. He was a tiefling. He started out as a rogue, but after I got my 4 levels in rogue, I started multi-classing into sorcerer, and I only put levels into there from then on. So yeah, he was pretty cool. He had this forgive my language, this really badass moment where we were fighting our party cleric's patron goddess. Long story there, but like I basically had him like introduce himself to the goddess as like Alistair did to Adam in Hasbin Hotel. It's like, pleasure to be meeting you, quite a pleasure. I'm about to end your effing life. And eventually, like, the goddess just whipped out this huge like AoE attack, and suddenly everyone in the party was downed except for me. I lived on like 1 or 2 HP, and I just like had him say, it's like, I told you I was gonna end your life. I keep my frickin' promises. And yeah, it was so good. Hello, Cosmic Cosmo. Welcome to the stream. We have just finished building the ruins of Alph in Minecraft. So yeah, now that I have that area filled out, let me just fly up and take another look at the region so far. Wow. Man. And to think this is only about halfway done. I am dreading when I get to Goldenrod, because holy crap, that city is going to take me forever. I'm kind of debating. Part of me kind of wants to keep going, but part of me is also tired. Like, pick up from another location. I will say, right here where we've hit where Ilex Forest used to be, also that stone outline, that used to be a lava pool that I had to fill in, because I have fire spreads enabled so I can burn down trees in my way. But the problem is, like, if I let these leaves anywhere near lava or fire, they will instantly burn. Is the rest of Arc 2 worth reading? Yes. Arc 2 is the best one, I'm sorry. But yeah, also, so you said you didn't like the last 3. Have you read Legends Darkstalker? Because that released between Escaping Peril and Talons of Power. Like, it gives like a lot of extra context for Darkstalker as a character right before he starts, you know, doing stuff again in Talons of Power. and it is so good. It is the best book in the series without question. So yeah, if you haven't read Darkstalker, go read it. It is worth it. I don't know, do you guys think we should continue tonight? Because we've been going for almost 3 hours. I don't have anywhere to be until 3 tomorrow. But viewership is dwindling a little. You know that, but nobody told me anything about having to read it to understand the next 2. I mean, okay, you don't necessarily have to read it, but knowing what happens in Darkstalker makes 9 and 10 way better, I think. Like, it's not required, but it is really good. Take a breather? Yeah, honestly. Yeah, the Ruins of Alph did kind of take a while. So... I think I think I might stop building here. I might keep the stream going for a bit just to keep chatting for a bit. But yeah, I think for now we'll call it quits on Minecraft. Okay, there it goes. Sorry, I think my the stream chat in OBS was lagging a bit. Because like it was still at the part where we were talking about the creaking earlier. Oh, the only part of book 6 you liked was Darkstalker? Well, if you've heard of this little thing called the Wings of Fire graphic novel dub, it was previously made by Willowheart Studios. It has recently been turned over to Convexity Studios to handle the project, so they're picking up on book 6. And guess who's playing Darkstalker? Did I hear Teardown is getting multiplayer? Yeah, I think I heard about that. Honestly, Teardown kind of, even with the gaming laptop that I have, Teardown still crashes fairly easily. So yeah, not I don't know if I'm gonna really do the multiplayer. You think I'd be good as Darkstalker? Thank you. But yeah, just to be clear, I do not use my normal voice for Darkstalker at all. Like my voice for Darkstalker, I think since I'm like tired and I've been talking for a bit, it's not as easy to get to it, but like Darkstalker's voice, it's like way down here. Like this is what he sounds like. Like this is a 2,000-year-old dragon that is like been stuck in the mountain. He is 2,000 years old. I think he's a bit smoother than I'm then I'm playing him now. My throat is just a bit raspy from talking so much today. Wise evil boomer, yeah. Darkstalker with a comical New Jersey accent. I do not want to attempt a New Jersey accent. I have a friend from New Jersey. He definitely has the accent. I don't think I could attempt it. Joyzy. Yeah. If Darkstalker sounded like Scout from TF2, I have to remind myself what he sounds like. Like, I am doing a video soon of like saying stuff as Darkstalker, which I already have that like pretty much entirely written. Like, I made the post about it a few weeks ago, and like everybody, I've gotten plenty of responses in, so I know I have everything that he's going to say. I just need to get around to recording it. Do I plan on making a video about the upcoming 2026 project for Thomas the Tank Engine? When we know what that project is, maybe? I don't know. Because I don't know, I don't really focus that much on Thomas on my channel, because like I've made the 2 big videos reviewing every season, but... We'll go through the pain of looking up Convexity Studios again just to hear me as Darkstalker. They have a casting reveal video out that I'm in. It was back at it was at the end of 2024, so it would probably be like December 2024 or January 2025 when it was posted. Hi Hawkins, I am doing pretty well. Convexity is cool, especially with the Spyro stuff. I'll be honest, I have not watched anything not related to Wings of Fire that they've done. Like, I had not heard of them before they took over the graphic novel dub, and when they were doing their audition for Darkstalker, I was just like, yeah, alright, may as well throw my hat in the ring, miss every shot you don't take. I was not expecting to even get a callback, let alone land the role. But yeah, very pleasant surprise. And I know that I'm pretty sure they were actually seeking out someone else, because they were trying to get a hold of the voice actor for Darkstalker from Jade Mountain Library, Alph. And you know, having ran Jade Mountain Library, like I've worked with Alph during that, and great guy, amazing Darkstalker voice actor. And I doubt I could ever match him, but I mean, I will certainly give it my all. Like, especially for a character such as Darkstalker. Like these are big shoes to fill, and I will absolutely be me giving it like nothing less than my best. I've already recorded for part 1 of the book, actually. Haven't gotten around to part 2 yet. But then I you know, just because of where the plot goes, I'm not really in 7 or 8. Like, I'm in 8 at the very end, but like I don't really do stuff again until book 9. And we don't know yet if they're gonna cast a different actor to play the younger Darkstalker for Legends. But we'll see. I mean, it's going to be a long, long while before they get to Legends Darkstalker in the first place. So, yeah, we still got plenty of time ahead of us. And of course, if they did offer me the role of Darkstalker for his Legends book, then I'd take it. I also wouldn't mind having Fathom, but I think someone might have already been cast as him. I don't know. Winter arguing for a Frosty earned a Convexity a subscriber. No, you don't know the ultimate joke. Hashed browns. I don't know. Like I don't even know the full story behind that because I haven't watched that improv video yet. And at this point, I don't know if I want to. It's just too funny seeing all the hash brown jokes come at me with no context. It's just too funny. Yeah, the Darkstalker voice is very fun to do, but it is slightly difficult to maintain. Like I need to be in the right mood for it. Do I have any big concerns for Arc 4? The fact that Arc 3 is going to be a trilogy instead of 5 books is actually kind of reassuring to me, because like we're gonna have like basically the story condensed into more books, so I don't think there will be any padding. Like it's just gonna be always moving, because if you look at the other arcs, then you kind of know that they do a bit of meandering. Like, Arc 1 had a very clearly defined end goal, and for the most part, they continuously work towards that. Like, I think every book, they make the logical next step in their journey, but then you can't can't speak tonight. You get to Arc 2, and it's obvious that Arc 2 is, like, Darkstalker's going to be the villain later, but he's kind of sidelined for right now. And so it just kind of feels like the gang is running off on these random misadventures just to fill time. It's like, I enjoyed Book 6. Book 7 is meh. Book 8, as much of a standalone story it is, like, even if it doesn't have that much of a connection to the rest of the arc, it is so freaking good. I love it. But then for books 9 and 10, then Darkstalker actually does stuff. And then they still spend book 10 on, well, they still spend half of book 10 on a completely unrelated side quest. And then Arc 3 just felt like it didn't know where it was going at all from the start. Should you read Arc 3? I mean, I would recommend it for the sake of completing the series, but be warned, I don't think Arc 3 is nearly as good as the first two. And that's kind of my concern for Arc 4. Like, I'm just worried that even with 2 fewer books, Toei still won't have enough plot to fill, like, all that stuff. Like, I would much rather have 3 books that are pretty good than 5 where basically nothing happens. Yeah, I don't know. We need more legends. Yes, please. I remember, I think at Fanwing Fest, Toei said something about having a Dragon Slayer sequel in mind, which, if you've seen my channel, you know my thoughts on Dragon Slayer. But, like, I just want it dead and buried. But, like, a Legends book about the Tree Wars would have been so good. Like, imagine instead of Dragon Slayer, we got a Legends book about the Tree Wars. Could have used that time to, you know, make Wasp more than a piece of cardboard. Should make a Legends book about the Scorching. Yeah, that would work too. I would love that. Like, even if it's focused on humans, I would love that. Although, let's be honest, it would probably have to feature Cottonmouth as a protagonist, and I just don't like Cottonmouth. Like, I hate Cottonmouth so much. Let's see, do I have the Wings of Fire audio DVD? I didn't know that was a thing. Are you sure that's an officially licensed product? Because I don't know of anything for Wings of Fire releasing on DVD. And also, if it's audio, wouldn't it be a CD? Are there any characters that make me put the book down because I hate them so much? I don't know. I mean, I never really had a character make me so mad that I put the book down. I did put the book down in the second chapter of book 8 when Scarlet like throws Glory's severed head at the academy. But does the music sound weird to anyone else? Like there's 2 music tracks playing at once? Also, I should clarify, okay, music sounds fine, okay. But I should clarify that when I put the book down, it wasn't like out of frustration at the story. Like, I didn't think it was bad. It was more just I was in disbelief because I thought Glory was actually dead. And then I read the next chapter and found out it wasn't her, so. Man, big yawn. Can't believe we got the writing system without anything else that makes Dragon a language. Yeah. Like, what bothers me the most is that she gives us a piece of the written language and then doesn't give us any means of translating it. They could have made it better and more suspenseful by not revealing it was a Mudwing with a piece of paper. Because, like, Glory doesn't really have any, like, major appearances. I mean, well, okay, she does appear in Book 9. But I guess there's no real story reason to make everyone think Glory was dead for that long. Plus, like, besides Peril, the rest of the Jade Winglet didn't know Scarlet attacked the Academy. Like, they wouldn't know Glory was dead. Or, like, they wouldn't know that everyone else thought Glory was dead. Scarlet and Violet were Switch 2 games shoved onto the Switch 1. Yeah, I can't disagree with that. They run so much better on the Switch 2. Holy crap. Because I was stupid enough to get up at 5:30 in the morning and go to the store and get a Switch 2 on launch day, so I've been playing Scarlet and Violet on there sometimes. What are the specs of my PC? Good question. Kinda upset they killed off Carnelian. Yeah! Like, seriously. Like, Carnelian was just such a wasted opportunity. Like, she could have been way more interesting, but then she just became collateral damage for Sora. The 3DS was good. Yeah, it really was. The 3DS, the whole DS era was amazing. The DS and the Wii. I had so much fun with the Wii. I would argue Peril wasn't necessarily shoehorned in. I mean, she did have a story that needed resolving. Because, like, if anyone was gonna be the one to vessel the plot that finally takes down Queen Scarlet, it's gonna be Peril, but... yeah. I mean, yeah, she doesn't really have anything to do with the Darkstalker thing. They just kind of had to take a detour to resolve Queen Scarlet and then go back to the actual plot. I still think Book 8 is really good, though. Alright, there goes my last sip of water. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna last. You can rip the Joy-Cons off the Switch 2 without using the release buttons. I mean, sure, you could do that. But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do that and risk damaging them? Did you want to break your $450 console? No. Don't break your Switch 2. Also, they could have totally come up with a better name than the Switch 2. Like the whole time people were calling it the Switch 2, I assumed it was just a production. It was just a production title. Like, just a working title to, like, tell fans what they're working on without revealing the actual name. And then they just called it the Switch 2. The Switch U. Yeah, no. I don't know, the, yeah, no, with how the Wii U went down, that being pretty poorly, I never actually got one. I don't think calling it the Switch U would have been good. I think Switch 2 is better than Switch U. I mean, because like there's the normal Switch, the Switch Lite, the Switch OLED model. There's, yeah, Tricky Talon, I know you were joking, but I just wanted to give my thoughts on that name anyway. Yeah, Switch 2 does have, it does just sound like a meme. Because, like, you could call it the Switch XL because it is bigger than the old one and way more storage space, but... Oh, there's a Switch Lite OLED too? Of course there is. Yeah, but like a Switch XL implies that it's not that different from a regular Switch. Which I mean, I guess isn't untrue, but it doesn't really define it as the next gen console. Nintendo Snap. It kinda gives vibes of Pokemon Snap, but the Nintendo Switch Snap does because like the whole title of Nintendo Switch is that it can go between between a stationary console and a handheld. But also, yeah, like the Switch 2, like the Nintendo Switch Snap. That doesn't sound bad. Oh, you gotta log off. Bye, Tricky Talon. Thank you for joining us. Next time I stream, I gotta chill in a more active VC. Maybe I'll sit in the Moon Kitty server. Get some Stone Clan people on stream. How were you allowed to read Wings of Fire in 3rd grade? Yeah, that's when I got into it. At least I'm pretty sure. No, I was in 4th grade. But yeah, how was Wings of Fire rated 8 to 11 with that prologue? Like, literally it describes Burn shredding Vader's wings and throwing him and an unhatched egg off a cliff. Like, that is gruesome. Do I like Warrior Cats? I haven't read Warrior Cats. Most of my knowledge on it comes from Moon Kitty's videos. I actually found her videos because she made a few Wings of Fire ones, but she is, without a doubt, majority Warrior Cats channel. But yeah, so I just kind of ended up watching her Warrior Cats videos and just kind of absorbed knowledge on the series through that. And eventually I started pledging to her Patreon to get in on her series Stone Clan. Favorite example of it being a kid's book is when Blister stabs Kestrel through the chest. Yeah. Yeah, no, because, like, I've seen people argue that, oh, they changed the prologue because it was too gruesome, and then I just fire back by showing them the frame from the epilogue with Blister, like, very brutally stabbing Kestrel through the chest with her tail. Like, how was that panel allowed if they censored the prologue? Oh, they also removed the dead newborn in book 2. Yeah, I haven't actually really read the graphic novels, just kind of... I watched the book 1 dub, and I mean, I skimmed book 2. I don't know. Because, like, so for the current graphic novel dubs, I am in Arc 1. I played Clay's brother, Reed. So I was in the end of book 1, the prologue of book 2, and then I have a scene near the end of book 5. Wait, no, not the prologue of book 2, the prologue of book 4. I'm not in 2 or 3 at all. I did audition for a few people in 2 and 3, but didn't end up getting anybody. But they kept me around as Reed for 4 and 5. They didn't show the newborn with her neck snapped. Ah, yeah. Have I played the new Donkey Kong game? I have not. I've heard it's really good, so part of me kind of wants to. But yeah, no, I haven't played it yet. So, I'm gonna be honest, we're coming up on 3.5 hours, I think. Yeah, well, 3 hours and 20 minutes right now. But I'm out of water, so I don't know how much longer my voice is going to last. And also, the chat seems to be kind of dying here, so might have to end the stream here soon. Yes, Void, it has been 3 and almost a half hours. I started at 7, it is now 10:20. Just don't have any more questions? Yeah. Well, I think we'll go ahead and end stream now. For the few of you who actually came, thank you for showing up. This was a pretty fun stream. I will definitely be I will most likely be streaming more of building that Minecraft HeartGold SoulSilver map. Probably I will not be building it exclusively on stream. Like, I will probably still like work on it on my own time, but I will definitely be streaming it again. I just don't know what I'm going to be building next time. Believe in Noodle Dragon supremacy. Yes. But yeah, today was fun. Thank you all for coming out, showing up. And I will see you guys in a little over a week. On the 27th is when I'll be posting Saying Things as Darkstalker for the channel's 5th anniversary. So I will see you all that day, if I don't stream sooner. I think after today, my only day off between now and the 27th is Sunday the 24th, and I will most likely be doing stuff that day, so I won't really have the time or energy to stream again. So see you on the 27th for the anniversary. Thanks again for coming out. Thank you for visiting Charcoal's Den, and I'll see you all in the next video.